Fed up of floor robes, driven to distraction and drowning with doom boxes? Tired of living in chaos? Welcome to Decluttering Untangled, how to declutter when you're overwhelmed, ADHD or autistic. I'm going to help you uncover the secrets to decluttering, no matter what hurdles you face. You'll discover how to declutter, de-stress and transform your world. I'm Heather Tingle, reformed hoarder, neurodivergent declutter queen, and your guide through the maze of mess. Let's get untangled. Hello Untanglers, and welcome to another episode of Decluttering Untangled with me, your host, Heather Tingle. Now, in today's episode, this is going to be a real short one because I want to talk to you a little bit about how it feels when you're decluttering, and that's something that I liken to creating a snowball. So in this episode, this is all about what I call the snowball effect, and I tell clients about this all the time because I think it's really important to realise the process that you go through as you declutter. And the reason why I'm telling you about it today is because I want you to realise that whatever stage of decluttering you're at now, what you're going through is totally normal and you are not alone. So let's see what stage you're at in my snowball metaphor. I think it's a metaphor. So stage 1, the blizzard. So you're surrounded by stuff, you can't see the path ahead, you know you want to move forward, but you've got no idea how. It all feels really overwhelming, really scary, and although you're really motivated to make progress, it feels like you are so lost and so surrounded, you're just totally overwhelmed. But then you maybe listen to me, you maybe think something's got to change, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make my snowball. So I'm going to make some space in my house. I'm going to declutter. So you start decluttering. You start by making the little snowball. It's hard. Your hands are cold because you're not used to it. It all feels like you're grasping at everything and anything to try and make progress. And it still feels like nothing's really happening. You're not really getting anywhere quickly. But then if you keep going, you end up at stage 3. The snowball gets bigger. You're pushing it up the hill, but it starts to take a bit of momentum. It starts taking shape. It gets a bit bigger. It's really an uphill slog, and you don't know if you're ever going to make to the top of that hill as the snowball gets heavy. So basically, you're decluttering, you're making progress, but it doesn't feel like it's actually making a dent in it. It feels like whatever you do, the chaos around you is still here. It all doesn't make sense. It feels like this isn't ever going to work because stage 3 lasts a really, really long time. If you're doing it properly, that's exactly what it's meant to do. The good thing is, as you're going through stage 3, you can start to see pockets of progress, but it feels like you're going to be going uphill forever. Nothing's really moving very much. It's really slow. You can get tired while you're doing it. You can get fatigued while doing it. Sometimes you also go backwards because you can't just keep pushing a big heavy snowball up a hill all the time without rest. And sometimes life happens. So sometimes you just got to sit down and let your snowball go backwards a little bit. Like, that is okay. But then what happens? About 3/4 of the way through your declutter adventure, something happens. You reach the top of the hill. The space is bigger. So you've made more pockets of space, more things are organised, more things are decluttered. The hard work is starting to be visible. And when you get to that point, which takes forever to get there, and you can feel really dejected until you get there, when you get there, the snowball starts to go down the hill. Now, all the effort seems worth it. It's kind of taken on life of its own. It all comes together. You're making progress really quickly. It's so much easier because the hard parts are done. So you're starting to see all those pockets of work that you did previously have added up. It's easier to keep on top of your laundry. It's easier to keep on top of the kitchen because all those bits that you've already done, now you can put things away quickly. You can put things away easier. Surfaces are suddenly there. Like, you've got more time and effort and energy left because you realise it's happening, it's worth it, it's making a difference, life is easier, I can find that thing that I wanted. You're now going down the hill because it's easier. So the hard parts are done. That's until you get to the bottom of the hill. So you've made your amazing snowball, you're really proud, it's all happened. And as you move the snowball, I don't know if you've ever done this in your garden, but if you move a snowball around, you start to unearth green grass pathways as the snow automatically sticks to your snowball now. Like, it's easier. It's big enough that the weight of it makes that space happen. So your momentum is now making space happen easier and easier and easier. However, there are still annoying little bits of snow dotted about still. But because you're doing so well and you've almost done, those little bits kind of linger on, and it takes real motivation to actually do them. But when you do those, then it is finally done. So you've got no snow left on your garden. It's all on this massive snowball. You've now mission complete. You've now decluttered your home. It is now organised. You've done those little annoying bits that you weren't sure what to do with. You've sorted those. You've done it. You've made it. It was hard, but it was amazingly worth it. Like, life is easier now. It is just so simple. It's easy to keep on top of it. The hard work is done. And that's what I want to instill in you today. And I know it's a bit of a weird metaphor doing things about snowballs when it's about decluttering, but I think it's really important to realise that declutter adventure you go on is almost the same for every single person in my world. Decluttering is hard. Decluttering takes time. But if you just stay focused with it, because I'm guessing most of you at the minute are you either lost in the blizzard of stuff, or you're starting off your decluttering snowball and it may be a little bit small, it feels really, really hard, but you just need to stay focused on getting that snowball up that hill. Stay focused on the effort of decluttering. Stay pushing up that hill even when it is hard. Rest absolutely when you need to. Just keep doing just a little bit if you're struggling, but please, please don't give up. I am here to help you until you're doing it all effortlessly and you're nearly there. And I'm still there for you, even when you're at the bottom of the hill and you've got your amazing snowball. You can show me around your house and go, look at this, isn't it great? I'm there for you. But I also know what it feels like to feel like it will never happen. But it will. You've just got to trust the process because it really is worth it. Keep going. So remember your little snowballs. Tell me all about it. If you're in my community group, if you follow me online, send me a message and let me know where you are in this snowball evolution cycle. So until next time, be kind to yourself. Remember, you are not alone, and keep untangling. Thanks for joining me for today's episode of Decluttering Untangled. If you found anything that I've said today helpful, please do me a favour, hit that subscribe button or leave me a review. It's like receiving a virtual high five that keeps me going and lets me know that I'm helping real people out there and I'm making a difference. Please remember, you're not alone in this. I'm building a community of fellow untanglers over on Facebook. Just visit the show notes for the link to my free decluttering community. So until next time, remember, you're not alone, you're not lazy, you can untangle your life.